Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be showing my full portfolio with all the stocks, all the shares I have at the moment and what I intend to do with each one of them, and give a quick explanation about each one of them as well and the overall state of my portfolio. And we try to do it in a rapid manner so we can cover the whole portfolio. Don't make the video too long. It will be a hard task, but let's try do it. Just before we start, this is the Dividend Fire channel. Here I will share all my progress, all my journey trying to seek retirement with dividends as early as possible. So I have some crazy strategies that I'll be applying it, be sharing with you guys to reach the financial freedom as soon as possible. So if you want to see how this journey goes, subscribe to the channel, like the video so you support us in that journey. Starting here, like cash, I have at the moment 200 in cash there in my brokerage account waiting to invest. Usually I like to invest when I have at least 500 because I just like to buy from 500 or 1,000. Like I like this, I feel like that's kind of rounded numbers and I just prefer. Crypto, I have cost of over $500 in crypto, and now they are not all the crypto. These I mean is that they are altcoins. So they are the cryptocurrencies, the kind of smaller ones, not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, and they really down, really down. I have Coinbase. I have a big loss here going on, unrealized loss in Coinbase. Coinbase don't even pay dividends, so it's a stock that I regret having it. I bought when I didn't have. When my goal, my plan wasn't to build a portfolio, a dividend portfolio. So that's why you guys will see so many stocks that don't pay dividends. Yeah, over time, I'll intend to trim down these positions and replace them by dividend paying stocks. And so eventually I have a nice dividend portfolio and I can put the structure, have the portfolio that I really want to retire with dividends. You see these stocks, I have many stocks here in a big loss. Those stocks that don't pay dividends, especially some high risk ones that I have here, they just, when the interest hikes started, these stocks, they had big debts. Most of them wasn't even profitable and they had a really rough time. But I believe they will recover over time when we get to a new bull market, a new bubble, and I believe these stocks eventually will recover. So I didn't want to sell yet. I'll sell them just if I want to harvest some tax, but at the moment I intend to keep those till they recover a little bit. But it's my biggest mistake, my biggest investment mistake I would say is Coinbase. Moving on, Disney also, I have a loss here. Also, I intend to sell Disney. Disney used to pay a small dividend. They had a dividend cut. They don't pay anymore. I just waiting for Disney to recover a little bit, and I intend to sell and replace with a nice, sweet dividend stock. Even though Disney probably will get they are saying they're going back to pay dividend maybe by the end of this year. But still, I imagine it will be a very small amount and not the dividend I want for my portfolio. Alibaba is a Chinese stock. Again, another stock here that I bought when I wasn't thinking about building a dividend portfolio. So is a stock that I intend to sell. Alibaba is a giant from the e-commerce and cloud infrastructure, a Chinese stock. But yeah, I think it's a good stock overall, but not for me anymore. I want dividend paying stocks. Palantir is a very interesting stock about artificial intelligence. They have contracts with the US government. I think there's a great future on this stock, but doesn't pay dividend. It's not on my interest. Eventually, I will get rid of it as well. Same thing Beyond Meat. I intend to get rid of it at some point because it doesn't pay dividend. NND is a ticker maybe you guys are not familiar with, is 10 cents, but it is a ticker from a European stock exchange. So that's why it's weird, but it's 10 cents and I eventually intend to sell as well. Even though they pay dividend, I have here like $37 already made in dividends with 10 cents, but it's a very small yield and I don't want it in my portfolio. I will eventually sell as well. Baidu, intend to sell as well. Bitcoin is quite down. I think Bitcoin still go up. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general, I don't intend to add any more in my portfolio because they don't pay dividend, for example. But I don't intend to sell them. I would just keep them in crazy. You know how Bitcoin goes. This thing can go crazy, and if it goes crazy, at least I had a little bit of money there, and this money becomes something. So I just left there just for the FOMO. So in case I'm missing out on something, I left there. But I don't intend to add any more Bitcoin or cryptocurrency at all. T-Doc is Teladoc. I have some shares I intend to sell as well. I think it's a business with future, but I intend to sell. Meta, finally, one stock is not a loss. Jesus. Yeah, it was hard to find a stock that was a loss in this portfolio. And Meta is doing really well, but also Meta doesn't pay dividend. I intend to sell them, but I won't sell everything. I think from these stocks here, I think from this list, the first one I will sell will be Meta, but I won't sell all of them. I will sell just half of it and then direct this money to a dividend paying stocks. But I still want to keep some Meta stocks even though they don't pay dividend. Meta is a very strong business. They are a money printing machine with Instagram, Facebook, like they make a lot of money with ads. What many people doesn't like about Meta is because of the new focus on the metaverse, and a lot of people don't like it. In fact, I really like it and play VR games myself, thinking that's a very interesting industry that has a lot to show in the future. So I want to keep it to see how that will play out in future, and I'm kind of excited for it, so I'll keep a bit more for that, even though it doesn't pay dividend. Amazon, here on loss, but Amazon, I'm pretty 100% sure that Amazon will eventually do well, and it's quite down now, but will do well eventually. And Amazon, is a stock that I intend to hold even though it doesn't pay dividend. I'll be breaking the rules of my dividend portfolio. I'll keeping some not paying dividend stocks. But Amazon, I feel like is a so strong business, so strong that I need to have some exposure because it's just a massive stock, and they're just a monster, and I don't want to be missing on that. I want to have at least a little bit just so I'm not missing. JP Morgan is a dividend payer, is not the highest yield, but is a decent yield, so I'm keeping the JP Morgan. I think it's a very good, is the best stock on the bank sector. Google, not a dividend payer, but I intend to hold in my portfolio as well because Google is another massive stock similar to Amazon, and I want to have some exposure there in this great business, even though it doesn't pay dividend. Microsoft pays dividend, but a very small amount. I'm not keeping Microsoft for the dividend, but I'm keeping for similar reason as Amazon and Google, because they are very promising business. They are huge, but they don't stop growing. So I want to have some sort of exposure, just so again I'm not missing on that. Same thing with Apple. Pay dividend is a very small dividend, but I have very little of Apple, just 3 shares and very small money invested. Don't intend to invest any more money there, just keep what I have. This other one, JD.com, is a weird ticker again because it came from a spin-off from Tencent. I didn't buy this share, just was a spin-off and was gave to me, paid me a dividend here, but I don't think it's really a dividend payer. I intend to sell when in some point that the Chinese stocks are doing well overall, and I will get rid of all these Chinese stocks that I hold here. I think they are high risky just for being Chinese stocks. In China is a very tough environment for stocks, even though the giants like Alibaba and Tencent, they suffer a lot with sometimes some government measures, and I don't want to be exposed to that. I want safety, I want dividends, I want money following my account, and I want to get retired by this money. That's what I want. Then here I have MPW. MPW, a lot of people are not happy with MPW because they have been falling a lot lately, but I'm really happy that I got to scoop 100 shares and they pay me an amazing dividend. I like the business. They are struggling, but I think over time they'll do well, and I'm really happy to hold it, and I'm not afraid at all. Verizon, I'm very happy to have get my hands on those 37 shares of Verizon, and it's a very nice yield and a very reliable, very strong business. They have been increasing the dividends over 30 years. I think it's a very strong business. Maybe they have a slow growth now, but it's still with that dividend. I don't need they rush too much on the growth, and they're also investing a lot in the business. There's a chance to grow in the future, and I'm really happy with this pick. ABR, Arbor Real Trust, is a mortgage REIT that amazing yield I got since I bought. Man, is up 20%. It's going really well since I bought. I didn't expect it would go also that much. I was quite lucky when I picked, and then the thing just shot up like. And some people are afraid with mortgage REITs because they on the industry the first ones to cut the dividends when they struggle. But Arbor REITs, man, long time they don't cut their dividends. They have a dividend increase of, let me check here because I forgot. They have been increasing their dividends for 9 years consecutive, nearly 10. If not 10 already, I have to check again. But yeah, it's a very reliable mortgage REIT. I think it's one of the most reliable between them. Like, I think they're very strong, and I'm really happy. Even if happened, it's such a massive dividend. Even if they had some sort of dividend cut, it still be a very high yield. I'm just happy with my 100 shares of ABR. I wouldn't get rid of them, never. I'll keep them. US Bank, because the banks are having all this is like a margin for the banks at the moment. Now it's not too bad. The banks quite recover a little bit. And US Bank, for being a regional bank, they're suffering a lot of that. But man, they are the biggest one of the regional banks. They're so big, they're nearly not a regional bank anymore. So, and they were very reliable, and I have them with this great yield here, 5.78, and they also have a nice dividend growth as well. Man, I just really happy with this pick. And this weird ticker here is Meituan, is a Chinese stocks, another spin-off from Tencent, and I stand to get rid of it when I'm getting rid of my Chinese stocks. Now, run by some measures of my whole overall portfolio. So my total cost in this portfolio was $36,000. Market value now is over 25,000. A return of less 11,000. I'm losing 11,000 here. Down of 29%. Since I started this portfolio around 2019. I invest since 2018. I'm tracking my investments since 2019, so I don't have records before that. Because I had a lot of stocks, like I showed you guys, there are like a lot of high risk stocks, because when I was buying them, I wasn't thinking about dividend. I just was thinking overall growth, and these high risks, they had a future potential. I'm thinking, okay, in 20 years, these stocks will be valuing a lot of money, and but my goal changed, and then I said to myself, I don't care more about price appreciation. I don't care if my stocks was 100 and they become 1,000. Okay, this is good too. If you sell, you get a lot of money in exchange. But I actually want not worry about if I sell or not the stocks. I want to keep the stocks, and I want they paying me dividends forever, so I can retire. If I want to, I am tired of my job, I quit. That's what I want to do. I want this money flowing into my account, this money printing machine that's dividend stocks do. And that's what I want for my life. That's what I want for my portfolio. Dividend money falling straight to my pocket. That's is my goal now. And so I think over time I'll get rid of these laws, because eventually some shares will recover and I will sell them and I'll buy good paying dividend stocks, and the tide will turn. So man, subscribe to the channel so you follow all this journey. You see how that will play. I'm confident that will play well, but if you are curious to see how it's going to play, don't miss out. Subscribe and like, support the channel. So, but the total return actually is not too bad. Yeah, it's still very bad. I'm over 10,000 losing here, but the total return here is because I added the dividends. I already got paid, so I added the dividends here in my total return, so counting dividends, and also counting profit, because I used to have Visa and I used to have MasterCard, and Visa I sold making a profit of 15%, MasterCard I sold making a profit over 11%, with over $300 in profit, and they reduced a bit my total loss there overall as well. So that's my total return so far is down 10,000. But yeah, I'm confident I will turn this tide. I'm confident. You guys leave the comments there what you guys think about my portfolio. I know a bit crazy, but you know, like, it's the winds of change. Things are going to change here. I'm switching from a different style approach of investing that was investing in high risk and high return stocks to now more safe play and dividend paying stocks to retire and achieve financial freedom through dividends. So my portfolio yield at the moment is 2.21%, just over 2% there, my dividend yield for the portfolio. And the estimation, the estimate that I will get paid by year is $568. That's the estimation of my portfolio. But my goal is to get my portfolio with at least a yield of 5%. And when active that, eventually I shifted these stocks and to dividend payers. I'll be eventually get to do a 5% yield in my portfolio, and I'll be getting paid over $1,000 a year in dividend. When I get to that, will be just amazing. See, a big difference can make if I don't add any new money, just switch the stocks I have here for dividend payers, I would be already, double my dividend income. But I also intend to adding up new money as well, at least $500 per month. That's my goal. So that's what I want to share with you guys. That's my overall portfolio. And when I sell, I will come here, I'll show a video which stock I sell, which stock I buy, which stocks pay me dividends per month, and I'll be covering all this progress. So don't miss out, subscribe, and leave your comments there. I want to know how your journey is going as well. Let's share this information, okay? Thanks for watching so far, who got that far in the video. I know the video got longer than what I expected, but covering a full portfolio is not an easy task to do it fast, so I apologize if it took too long. See you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like the video, support the channel, leave your comments, and bye.